Hey, what's up, everybody? What's going on, everybody? All right. Man, this is the L Dog, and this is the flavor in your ear. Man, I want to thank God for waking us all up this morning and for me to be able to share with you, the masses, this podcast on what I call the flavor in your ear. Man, today is January the 14th, 2022. Yeah, the deuces are wild at the end. Man, we are most definitely talking about, we're going to hop right into it. We're not going to waste any time. We're going to hop right into the podcast. And man, we're going to kick it off talking about these NFL playoffs, this wild card, and what we call. It's going to be very, very wild this weekend. The playoffs actually uh, going to start more sooner than later. So we're going to get right to the first game. The Las Vegas Raiders, they traveled to Cincinnati to play the AFC North Cincinnati Bengals. I'm going to tell you guys something. I told you guys at the beginning of the year who was my favorite football player. And I also told you guys who is my second favorite football player. The first person is none other than Patrick Wilson Mahomes. The second player is Joe Burrow. Get Daryl in here.
What up, man?
Man, we got D Nice in here in the building. Man, we're gonna get you turned up. Man, how you been, man?
Man, I'm good. Long week though, but I'm good.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. I was getting all into it. We got the Raiders. They gonna travel to Cincinnati to play the AFC North Bengals. I was just telling everybody, you were on the very first podcast at the beginning of the football season, and I told you that Joe Burrow is my second favorite football player. He might get pushed down to three because the second, my second favorite football player is Mr. Do All, Mr. Do Everything. You know him as Debo, doggone Debo Samuels. So Debo does it all, man. Look. I know you love your Titans. I get that. I understand that. But Debo does it all, man. Not only just for us, but man, he does it all for the league. He, but we talking about Cincinnati right now. We ain't finna get on Frisco yet. But I want to know, D, who you got in this game, man? Do you have a dog in the fight in this game, or what?
I'm gonna, I'm gonna have to say Cincinnati got the better weapons on offense, and the Raiders' defense ain't exactly just lights out or nothing like that. But really, what the whole playoffs gonna come down to is who got their players available. Because if it ain't injury or COVID, everybody ain't gonna make it through the postseason. So the healthiest team got the best shot. After that, you got to look at turnovers. Whoever turned the ball over the most gonna lose. Cincinnati can run that ball if Joe Mixon is healthy and ready to go. Joe Burrow ain't making too many mistakes lately. That's always a benefit. And Jamar Chase is playing lights out at wide receiver right now. I don't see nothing nobody open can do to stop that kid, especially if Joe Burrow getting enough time to get the ball to him. I'm at a roll with Cincinnati, man. Let Derek Carr got some magic that we don't know about going on this week. or unless Cincinnati got a lot of people on defense going to be out of the game because of COVID or something, I don't see much the Raiders got to fight back with. So I'm gonna have to go with Cincinnati on this one.
Well,
I wouldn't bet any money on it though, but I'm gonna go with Cincinnati.
I like the Bengals. I know my cousin's probably going to beg to differ, and I understand and I get it because he's a Raider fan and he wants the Raiders to succeed and I get all that. I feel him on that, but at this particular time in this juncture, uh, it's gonna be probably Cincinnati moving on. I mean,
if the Raiders want to succeed and want to succeed soon, being they got a head coaching vacancy right now, I'd be calling Brian Flores, who just left Miami for no good reason.
We're gonna get into all that. We're gonna get into all that. We're gonna
if I want my team to start winning right now, that's the man I go get.
Maybe we're gonna talk about that subject. We're gonna most
we get to that later. Then.
All right. Yeah. Man, the next game, two familiar foes, division rivals, NE, and I'm not talking about New Edition. I'm talking about the New England Patriots. They got a date with Buffalo. You going into Buffalo? They're talking about it's supposed to be snowing, and I know New England is used to the snow, but man, there's something about that Buffalo, New York weather. From what I've heard, it's a different type of animal, man. So I'm gonna go first. I think Buffalo can pull this thing off and get the dub. I know it's gonna be tough. It's not gonna be one of those easy games for sure. But I got to go with Buffalo. Who you got?
I'm rolling with Buffalo, man, because New England dealing with a rookie quarterback. If I'm Buffalo, make the rookie quarterback beat you. I think Buffalo got a defense that can make the rookie quarterback have a lot of mistakes. If they can stop the run and make Mac Jones have to throw the ball 30 times in the game, I don't see New England winning that way. So I'm going Buffalo.
Yeah, I think Buffalo got they got a little chip on their shoulder too, because I think the last time they played, or the next to the last time they played, they ran the ball, and yeah, I think Buffalo's gonna be ready for that. All right, man, moving right along. The Eagles, they're flying south for the winter, and they're going to they're going to get a warm weather experience as they travel to Tampa and play the champs. As much as I hate to say it, I believe Tampa Bay is going to win. I don't see the Eagles pulling off the upset in this one. Who you got, man?
Tampa Bay getting healthy at the right time. They're getting some players back on defense, and they might be getting Leonard Fournette back. Don't know how ready he's going to be, but there's still Tom Brady over there on the other side. I don't see Tom Brady losing to the Eagles. In a playoff game either. I just don't see it. Not this week. I got to go Tampa Bay too.
It's funny that you made that last statement that you said this week, because you and I have a little bit about New England. The Titans had to play New England a couple of times in the playoffs.
And beat them, yeah, and beat them.
Yeah, this issue
with Tom Brady. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this issue with Antonio Brown. I touched on it last week, and then I got more insight about it this week. I think that I don't think that Tom Brady has ever had to face this type of attention because with New England, there were only a few people that talked, and that was Kraft, Belichick, and Brady. And they never had to deal with this situation that they had to deal with. If the playoffs started last week and they had to go into this game, then I would say the Eagles might have a chance. But it's been a week. I just feel like they might have a chance because, like I said, you got now you got Bruce Arians and you got Antonio Brown going back and forth and Brady and it's a lot of chatter going on between those three, but unlike this week they got the Eagles. I don't know if my boy Tavora Griffin is on. I sent him a request. It's gonna be kind of tight because he's an Eagles fan, so I don't see. Like I say, I don't see the Eagles pulling off the upset this week. I don't.
Tom Brady don't need and didn't ever need Antonio Brown. He just liked having Antonio Brown around. Antonio Brown works so hard in practice, it makes everybody else got to work hard because Tom Brady like to work hard in practice.
Yeah.
Nah. Antonio Brown ain't doing himself no favors by talking because he don't make nothing no better when he talk.
That's true. That is true.
Antonio Brown shouldn't be allowed to play football ever again. The man has shown himself untrustworthy to 4 different teams, on the field and off the field.
That is true.
I wouldn't want him nowhere near my players. I wouldn't want him nowhere near my organization.
Yeah.
The man has no self-control. And he is too grown. 33 years old. That man too grown to lack self-control like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
If he does play ball again, he ain't gonna never see a big contract. And the only team I could even see that would give him a chance, and this if he could play in this postseason, would be the Dallas Cowboys. Jerry Jones is the only somebody I can think of that would take a chance on Antonio Brown at this point. And I don't even think Jerry would go that far to deal with Antonio Brown.
No, I don't think. I don't think at this juncture.
But if he could play this postseason though, Jerry would bring him on just for the playoff run, just because Gallup is hurt.
Yeah, yeah.
Since Antonio Brown said he had an ankle surgery, if that's true, he might well retire.
Yeah.
Because he ain't worth the trouble no more. He didn't get to the Terrell Owens and Chad Ochocinco level now. He ain't worth the effort. It ain't worth the drama no more.
Wow.
The drama that's got to come with him ain't worth what you're going to get in return.
D is laying down the hammer on Antonio Brown, y'all.
I'm just saying, dude, look at man, that dude done too much. He done too much.
I know.
He couldn't get a paycheck from me. I'm sorry. I hope he invested his money well. He might be through making NFL money.
Yeah, that rap song he got out, man, is trash.
I don't look here. The man is a professional football player for a reason.
Right.
If he was good at rapping, he'd have been there. If it was meant for him to go down that lane, he'd have went there.
That's true. That's true. All right, man.
And he need to be quiet and find smart ways to invest his money.
That's right.
I don't think he getting another NFL check. I don't even think Dancing with the Stars will fool with him again at this point.
Yeah, you're right about that.
I mean, he done been there one time. I don't think they bring him back. If they did like an former all-star show or something like that, I don't think they fool with him. I mean, I don't think nobody want to fool with this dude no more, man.
There's a lot to unpack with Antonio Brown, and
it needs to be done by a professional mental health specialist. That's when you
Yes,
saw back Antonio Brown.
and that was the thing that what I'm uh they had some guys sitting around talking about Antonio Brown and everything, and yeah, he needs to go get himself checked out. All right, look, we're gonna get away from Antonio Brown and we're gonna talk about my 5-time world champion San Francisco 49ers as they invade AT&T Stadium to meet up with them boys.
Ain't the
I still
Cowboys
have,
won 5 championships too?
yes,
Okay,
yes,
so that make it a little interesting.
yes, it's so the
I mean, I'm
word
not a
this week.
Cowboys fan. I'm just pointing it out since you pointed
Yeah,
out
yeah.
five.
I mean, yeah. I mean for the listeners that are Cowboy fans, yeah.
I mean, you gotta admit, they got them. I mean, everybody ain't got rings.
On it. You got 5 on it. Okay, all right, cool. They got 5 on it, but we got 5 on it too. But anyway, there was a lot of controversy going on this week with the 49ers. They did not want to sell the tickets to 49er fans. They are so scared that 49er fans are going to invade AT&T Stadium just like they did. So the Ram Stadium last week, they said they looked up, man, they saw nothing but red, and they were so disappointed because their fan base didn't turn out like ours did, and
But you said they going to Dallas.
yes, yes,
Are you
they
saying
have
the
invaded Dallas
Cowboys?
before.
You said, but here's the thing though, and this is why I find it hard to believe. When you ever seen Jerry Jones turn down money?
He's not gonna turn down money.
He's not
He's
gonna
not.
turn down money. So I just find it hard to believe he won't sell tickets
Well, I mean,
to
they
a
were
Cowboy
saying,
fan.
but it's not the fact that, I mean, if you got 20 Cowboy fans and 10 49er fans, you're going to sell those tickets to those 20 Cowboy fans because you want Cowboy fans to fill that stadium. What they were saying last week and what has happened.
Now you want the stadium full, so you're gonna sell tickets to whoever got money to buy them.
Well, yeah, that too.
Now, 49er fans willing to spend more money for their tickets than Cowboy fans. Jerry gonna take that money.
Well,
he might run the prices up, but Jerry gonna take that money. Y'all might be paying double for the tickets, but Jerry gonna get that money.
Well, I am very, very proud of this team. This team has had its ups and downs this season, losing. I think we lost like 4 straight. Bouncing back. I'm very proud of this team this year. No one could have told me that. I mean, we were going in, thinking Super Bowl aspirations, but when we went on that losing streak, that kind of like died down and everything. But if Kyle Shanahan, oh my gosh, if he calls the perfect game, it's gonna be a long day for Dallas. A long day. Because we run the ball like we want to and control the clock. I don't care what Zeke, Dak, whoever else does, you know, I just look forward to us really playing bully ball and just running up and down the field on Dallas.
Well, I gotta disagree. Mainly because unless Michael Parsons is not playing, y'all gonna have a problem with that Dallas defense. And Michael Parsons gonna be y'all problem for y'all offense. Cause that's Mr. Do It All right there. And he ain't but a rookie, but that's Mr. Do It All. And I ain't gonna lie, if they get pressure on Garoppolo, because you know he is prone to throw interceptions. And Trayvon Diggs is prone to catching that ball and going the other way with it. I'm gonna tell you right now, if Garoppolo don't protect the ball, it's over. It is over for the 49ers.
We got an equalizer for that, and that's Trent Williams. Trent Williams did not play last week. All pro.
Is he playing this week?
He's playing this week.
Is he gonna be ready to play this week?
He's going to be ready to play. He's going to be ready to play. I think what's going to happen from what I've been hearing all week is that young man that you are talking about. I think what's going to happen is that you got different guys that can throw a body at him. You got a Kittle who can possibly throw a body at him. You got my fullback who can throw a body at him. How many teams in the NFL still use a fullback? How many?
There's a few. Not many, but there's a few.
Yeah.
But Michael Parsons is something special, though. I mean, if you had to say Lawrence Taylor reborn, this kid got to be knocking on the door of Lawrence Taylor level. I mean, he's just a rookie, so I ain't going to put that on him just yet, but I'm just saying the potential and possibility. This kid can do it all. Well, I mean, he can put his hand on the ground and rush the passer. He can drop in coverage, and he can blitz with 2 feet on. I mean, the boy can do it all.
Well,
and I ain't gonna lie. You can throw Kittle at him, but guess what? Kittle might get thrown right back at you. You can throw the fullback in there. He might get stopped in the hole. I'm just saying, this kid does not go away easily. And don't get me wrong. If you beat him, you got to earn it. The kid does not stop.
Well, the thing about it is,
I mean, he young, but that boy wants to be great, though. You can see it. He wants to be great.
And I applaud all that. I believe at the end of the day, you keep them guys on the field. By the time that fourth quarter roll around, he ain't gonna have the energy that he had to start it off. I'm just saying.
Again, rookie.
Yeah.
Energy is in high supply for rookies.
I feel that. I feel that. But I believe Kyle is gonna run something away from him to try to, because the running style is.
With this dude, I ain't gonna lie, your best bet might be to run to him and try to wear him down. Try and just beat him up all first half. That might be your best bet with this kid. Because running away from him, the kid can run you down.
Hey, whatever, Kyle. I'm putting my trust in Kyle in this game.
Well, you better worry about who's throwing the ball, because the Garoppolo throw a couple picks, it's over, y'all.
Man, look.
You know he good for doing.
You know the running game is tight. If the running game is going to be tight, like I know it's going to be, I'm not worried about him throwing the ball that many times, because at the end of the day, we don't need for him to throw the ball that many times.
But he got to throw it at some point.
Yeah.
All he got to do is throw it to the wrong team one time. And that's going to mess it up for y'all.
He did that Sunday. Mm-hmm. And he was very resilient. I'm not speaking up for him because I've criticized Jimmy G all season. I'm just hoping that Cal calls a perfect game. That's all I'm hoping. All right, moving right along, man. Enough about that game. So who you got in that game, by the way? I just want to know who you got.
Dallas.
Okay. All right.
And you know, I ain't a Cowboys fan, but I got to go with Dallas. I just see a lot of, that defense Dallas got is legit. And when you in this playoffs, if you can run the ball and play defense, you got a chance. And if I got to go against who got the better running game and who got the better defense, I'm sorry, I got to roll with who got the better defense. Defense win championships. That ain't no lie. That ain't just us saying. It's the truth. If your defense hold up, you gonna win.
Well, I hope they're gonna account for Bosa on the other side too. That's all
We'll
I'm
see.
saying.
We'll see.
All right, man. Move right along, man. The men are still, otherwise known the Pittsburgh Steelers, got into the playoffs. Very controversially, by the way. If you really want to be technical about it, um,
They got
they,
in.
they got in. They got in,
So all
and
you
they
want to do is get in.
and they wanna and they gonna face KC with Patrick Mahomes and the boys. I've heard
Mm-hmm.
that Tyreek Hill is questionable for this game. Um, I think everybody's waiting for the real KC to stand up.
Well, if the defense is healthy and active, I think it's gonna be Ben's last game. I'm picking KC to win this one. I like the Honey Badger. The Honey Badger gets things done on defense. But Pittsburgh got that good young running back, man. I ain't gonna lie. I like that kid. I like Najee Harris. I like what he did in Pittsburgh this year. But they got to protect Ben to have a chance. And if that defense can get after Ben and give him a hard time, make him throw that ball before he's ready, or make him have to run around a whole lot back there, I got a feeling Ben gonna be through after this one. This might be his last week.
You really hate to say that. You really hate to say that because Ben has been in there for a long, 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 long time.
Ben been there a little
Seems
too
like
long.
forever. It seems like forever.
He been there a little too long.
Yeah, it just hold on.
Kenny Rogers said you got to know when to walk away.
He did say that.
He said
that. He did say that. All right.
I don't want him to wind up like Troy Aikman.
Right.
That last game, he didn't even remember what happened because he was unconscious.
That ain't cool.
I'm gonna
go with KC2 in this game. I'm almost ever gonna go with KC. All right, man. Look, we got familiar foes this time in the NFC and in the NFC West, where the Cardinals and Rams.
Now that's gonna be interesting right there.
That's
gonna be interesting right there. That's a toss-up for me. Because it all depends on who showed to play. If the Cardinals show up ready to play and J.J. Watt can contribute and they can get that offense healthy and rolling, it's going to be a hard game to win. But, man, look here. If the Rams defense shows up and they can put pressure on Kyler Murray and really, really get after him, that's going to be a battle right there. That's going to be a battle.
I'm willing to bet you that the Cardinals begged for the tape last week when we played the Rams. I guarantee you they begged for the tape. They was like, please, we'll give you 2 draft picks if you give us that tape. I don't know who's gonna win this one. Frankly, I don't care because they're in our division. I can care less. I hope they beat one another up. And if we got to play either one of these teams next week, we'll pick up the scraps. Thanks. All right. We're going to move away from that. Now we're going to talk about this. When it comes to the playoffs, there are usually coaching changes, firings coming about. So if your team's name is on this list, please stand up.
And the shorter list is the coaches that kept their job.
We gonna get to that.
That's ridiculous this year. You got first year coaches getting fired.
if
And more than one.
if your favorite team is Denver, stand up. If your team is Jacksonville, stand up. If your team is either Chicago or Minnesota, stand up. If you are a fan of the New York Giants, you feel real small right now, stand up. And if you are a fan of the Texans, maybe Seattle and the Raiders, stand up. But
Did Pete Carroll leave?
no, they say he might. That's why I said possibly. Possibly.
He might retire. They're different from getting fired.
But if your team is the Miami Dolphins, you could stay.
You need to be whooping somebody. Oh, we on something public. My bad. You need to be mad. That's what you need to be if you're a Miami Dolphins fan. You need to be mad. You need to be hot like fire. Because that didn't make no sense to fire that man.
I just like I'm very concerned about his firing. This man turned the team around and
in the same season
with the winning record the last two years, and
with the Dolphins,
and he swept the New England Patriots this season.
Mm-hmm. But that ain't enough. Yeah, he lost 7 games in a row, then he turned around and won 7 games in a row with Miami. No legit running game whatsoever.
Wait a minute. Duke Johnson was coming on. Duke Johnson went to the University of Miami. That dude was coming on. Do I need to pull up his numbers?
Go ahead. Read them off.
Let me go find his numbers.
They ain't the numbers of a starting running back for a whole 17 games.
But when he did play, he produced.
That man is a third down back at best at this point in his career. He is not your lead back no more.
Duke Johnson still got some
to be a third down back, yes.
Duke Johnson still got some fire in him, man. Let's see, man. Stats.
Here's the thing. If you would have kept Brian Flores in Miami, you might have gotten offensive line help in the draft. And if your general manager was smart, I believe Brian Flores was the general manager too. If I got it right, I might got it wrong. But anyway,
okay, all right.
A running back is about to hit free agency, named Dante Foreman, that came on strong for the Titans this season, looking for a place to be home to start, and he would be the perfect back to add to Duke Johnson, and maybe Philip Lindsay if he's still there, and give you that power game, that 1-2 punch dynamic possibly that Miami could really benefit from. But you done got rid of the man. They could bring it out.
The bigger picture. Look, and let's. And I got away. It's not about Duke Johnson. It's not about.
Now you had numbers on Duke Johnson, but you ain't talking about that no more. Now,
no. I got the numbers. So okay. So
read off the third down back numbers.
Okay, so he had 25 attempts. He had 117 yards, 1 TD. Against the Titans, he had only 7 carries, 49 yards. He averaged 7 yards a carry. And against the Saints, he didn't do too hot. He had 13 attempts, 39 yards.
Mm-hmm.
And the
But
Jets,
that's your man, though. He put up a lot of numbers in the last week of the season.
And the Jets, he had 22, 107, 2 TDs.
That's the Jets.
And then again in the Jets, they only gave him the ball 4 times. He had 18 yards, and no TDs in that game. You got to give the boy the ball, man. That's the way how he was, man. You got to give him the ball, bro. Got to let him run.
Okay, sound like excuses.
Yeah, you got to give him the ball, but the bigger picture is
he
that
is not the back of the future for Miami. You know that.
Well, I ain't saying
he ain't even the back of the present. He ain't even the back of the present.
He could be though.
He ain't.
Anyway, man, we ain't talking about
third down back. That man is a third down back.
We talking about the fact that, man, this dude got fired, had no business getting fired. I was shocked. I was totally shocked. I was like,
all the coaches, they lost their job.
All the coaches, man. And you know the crazy thing about it is that I think the Texans coach was the last. Well, yeah, the Texans coach did get. I said possible. He did get fired, and I think
Texans coach got fired. Yeah, but that was wrong right there too. The man only been there one season and had trash to work with. I mean, you ain't got. Think about it. Your best wide receiver was in Arizona. Your best defensive player was in Arizona. Your star quarterback ain't played at all because he got legal drama. What he supposed to win with?
I don't know, man. I don't know. This little person right here.
And then you're going to fire the man. Then you're going to fire the man. Even the dog know that was stupid. See that? Didn't make sense to the dog either.
That's why you looking away, Sasha?
Yeah, because it don't make sense. You bring the man in there and then fire him after one season. At least he didn't go out. At least he didn't go out like Urban Meyer and John Gruden. Though. He can still hold his head up high a little bit.
Yeah.
But it was wrong how they fired him, and it was wrong how they fired Flores. Everybody else did plenty to lose their job.
Yeah. Yeah. Man. We're going to see how things are going to turn out for the rest of this week. All right, man. Enough about the NFL right now, man. Look, for those of you that are celebrating a birthday, man, happy blessed birthday to you and many, many more. Man, I have a couple of Facebook friends that are celebrating birthdays today. Man, Drana, Oku, Brianna. Man, look, I worked with her at Lowe's, man. She was fantastic to work with. Curtis, you know him as Duke. Daryl, Elvin, Vanessa, and Teresa, man. Happy blessed birthday to you and many, many, many more. Man, those are my Facebook friends. Man, right now, man, we're gonna get into these celebrity birthdays. You don't have to play the game unless you really want to. But
play what game?
Man, you got to figure out, man. You got to figure out who's the celebrity I'm talking about. Who's
man, I thought I was here for sports, bro.
Man, look. We gonna do it all. We're gonna do it all. All right. You got this one. I promise you do. I promise. All right. This person is an actor. Okay. He is known for his role as a boxer. Apollo Creed in the Rocky films. He is also known in movies where he was also in movies such as The Predator, Action Jackson, Combat Carl, kind of gave you the name, by the way, and he was he was Combat Carl in the Toy Story franchise. Who is this actor that I'm talking about?
Well, that's Carl Weathers right there. I was with you when you said Rocky.
See, Carl Weathers.
That's Carl Weathers right there. Yeah, he's in The Mandalorian too.
Yeah. Carl Weathers turned 74 on the day, man. Big ups to Carl Weathers. Oh, this
Still
next
out there
person.
acting too. Yeah, he been in the Mandalorian. He was in the 2 seasons of the Mandalorian. Still look like he can get out there and hit somebody hard.
Yeah, he really does. He looks very intimidating still. Um, this next person you're probably not gonna get. He's a hometown Memphian, the TV producer, award-winning writer and producer. He created the show iCarly and was in the 1997 movie Good Burger. Now, here's a fun fact. He had a small non-speaking role in the Karate Kid. I'm talking about no other than Dan Shaxner. He turns 55 on today.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
Yeah. Oh, you got this one too.
Oh Lord.
All right, man. This next person is a rapper. Man, he had a debut album, Radio, that went platinum in 1985. Man, he also had another album called Mama Said Knock You Out, and he is considered one of the best hip hop artists, and that was actually considered to be one of the best hip hop albums of all time. So he's also an actor. He played in movies in a given Sunday and SWAT, and then he moved to TV and started in NCIS Los Angeles in 2009. He also has songs called Roundaway Girl and Hey Lover. Who is this artist I'm talking about, D?
No, that's James Todd Smith you talking about right now. Yeah. You talking about LL Cool J. Yeah.
Otherwise known as Lady Love Cool James.
Can't help but know who that is.
Turned 53 on the day. This next person, well, these next two people, you probably will know. These next people you won't know. These next couple people you won't know.
Wrong person. That's why you got the wrong person.
Yeah. So I'm gonna run through these.
Don't do it. Might surprise both of us.
This next person is a TV actor. He gained fame in Silver Spoons.
You gonna give me something more than that? I know.
No, that's it. Jason Bateman, man. Jason Bateman, man. He turns 52 on the day.
Jason Bateman did more than Silver Spoon.
What else? What else? Enlighten.
What is them Horrible Bosses movie? He was in them movies, wasn't he?
I think so.
You said.
Anyway, Jason Bateman turned 52 on the day.
Right.
Next person is WWE wrestler Matt Riddle. Turns 35 today. Man, look, remember that name. I mean, I know a lot of people don't watch wrestling anymore, but Matt Riddle is going to be, I ain't saying he's going to be Triple H or Stone Cold like that, but he's going to be, he's going to be the man. All right, man.
Let's see if he make movies after he get through wrestling.
That's true, too. All right, man. This next person is a TV actress, man. She is an Emmy Award winning actress on Private Practice. She was also on 2.5 Men and she was actually on the sitcom Bosom Buddies. I'm talking about Holland Taylor, man. She turned 78 on today.
I'm about to say, who in the world is this?
All right. Next person I know you got. You got this one, hands down. This next person is a rapper. This guy was born Richard Walters. Okay. Let me give you another hint. He was blinded in he's blind in one eye, which led to his signature eye patch. He has 2 platinum albums. The Great Adventures, which came out in 1988, and The Art of Storytelling in 1999. Who is this artist?
No, ain't nobody but Slick Rick right there.
Man, Slick Rick turns 56 on the day, y'all. See, I told you go get. I told you go get a few of them.
Depending on whose birthday
you probably would have got Jason Bateman if I had given you enough. So that's my bad.
Yeah, you gotta say you didn't go through his resume apparently or something.
Yeah, I didn't. Yeah, I did.
All right, is funny. You
all right.
Want to watch them 2 movies? They are funny.
And things that you need to know right now. The U.S. Senate passed a bill Tuesday to honor the late Emmett Till and his mother, Mamie Tia Mobley with a congressional gold medal. Have you been watching? Have you been watching the documentary on ABC talking
No,
about Emmett Till?
it's a shame that it took this long for them to commemorate something like that, and we still ain't got an anti-lynching law passed in the U.S. Senate.
That is a fact.
And the fact that
That is a
George
fact.
Floyd was lynched on video for everybody to see, and yet and still anti-lynching laws are not passed, I'll tell you the state of the union at this point.
That is a fact. That is a fact.
So as much as they doing some ceremonial stuff, it'd be better we get some substance behind the ceremony. If you really want to do something about people getting lynched and really do justice behind Emmett Till's legacy of what was left behind due to the fact that he never got a chance to grow up and become a grown man, his legacy is forever being lynched over something he did not do. Pass some anti-lynching laws, put his name on it, and then let's make sure that anybody that get lynched in the future, those that get brought to justice for that get dealt with accordingly. If you really want to do something.
Yeah, I agree wholeheartedly.
A medal don't mean nothing. I'm sorry, he ain't gonna never get the medal put around his neck. Medal
That's
don't mean
true.
nothing.
That is so true. I do not disagree with you at all about that. That is absolutely correct. And other things that you need to know right now, man, the U.S. Supreme Court has blocked President Joe Biden's administration rule requiring large businesses to ensure its employees receive the COVID-19 vaccine or wear masks and undergoing weekly testing, but approved a separate mandate for an estimated $20 million healthcare workers to be vaccinated.
So private companies don't have to mandate their employees get vaccinated, but the hospitals do. So my thing is, why can't you make your mind up about whether vaccines are necessary or not? The Supreme Court, that is. But it's the same Supreme Court that don't want to hold back the Texas law on abortion. They want to make people have babies, but they don't want to make people get vaccinated to protect the babies from disease. But that's pro-life, right? You got to have a baby, but you ain't got to vaccinate the baby. And you ain't got to get vaccinated yourself to protect your baby from getting sick. But that's pro-life. Maybe I want things to make sense a little too much. Maybe that's what my problem is. I want things to make sense, but that don't.
Hey, look, we all want things to make sense.
But that don't. If you so-called pro-life, I'm sorry.
Right. And other things that you need to know right now. Check this out.
Mm-hmm.
Doctors successfully transplanted a pig's heart into a patient in a last-ditch effort to save his life.
I have read about this and was fascinated.
A gene-edited pig has been used as an organ donor for a human.
I was fascinated by this, and I'm one thing I read about it that came up today was apparently this man stabbed somebody back in the day, and some folks related to this man are kind of upset that he got this heart. But don't get me wrong, I ain't saying what he did was right in no kind of way. But are you so? And I ain't gonna lie, if it was a family member of mine, I'd probably feel some kind of way about it too. But my thing is, what difference does it make what he has done in the past if he get a pig heart put in his chest? If you don't think highly of the man, him having to live off a pig heart should make you feel a little bit better. Because only a pig can keep that man alive. And the other thing is, is a white guy. Because I don't think one of us would have got that kind of opportunity to get no pig heart put in our chest. And plus, some of us don't approve pork no way, so we probably would have turned that down. Just let me die. I ain't living like this. But I mean, it's fascinating that it's working, but now the thing is, how long can it work? How long will it work? Because he ain't the youngest, healthiest thing in the world to begin with in the first place. So how long can this man survive with a pig heart in his chest?
Wow, that's a very interesting question. I didn't deep dive in that. I didn't go in that ocean.
Oh, I went down in that rabbit hole because I was fascinated. I was like, "Ooh,
yeah. It was crazy, man. I'm like, wow.
I mean, I've heard him using like parts of a cow heart, like the valve of a cow heart, to do heart surgeries and things on stuff of that nature like that. But a whole heart from an animal put in a human being had to be genetically modified. Now, my thing, like I said, how long will it work?
Yeah.
And if it does work, who's gonna be next in line to try to get it? Because, like I said, it probably gonna be just mostly white folks.
Yeah,
a lot of black folks don't deal with pork. You're gonna have to get something else.
It's gonna be very interesting to see about that. Dara, I know that you're also interested in the association, otherwise known as the NBA.
Oh yeah, the Grizzlies rolling, baby. We balling.
Last night though, the Greek Freak messed around and got a triple double as the Young Bucks, otherwise known as the champs, ripped the Warriors 118-99. The Grizzlies have won 11 straight, as Dia stated. The latest victim was Minnesota. They won 116-108. Know Ya showed out. Know Ya. Yeah. New Orleans. They showed out last night as they downed the Clippers 113-98.
Did Zion play?
I don't think so.
Okay.
OKC delivered a TKO to the Nets as they won 130-109. I don't think Kyrie played either.
Did they play in Brooklyn?
Yes.
Kyrie didn't play.
He can't play. That's right. The Nets got the best of the Blazers 140-108. And for those of you that are ready for some NBA basketball tonight, man, we got the Magic and the Hornets, the Raptors and Motor City, otherwise known as the Detroit Pistons, the Suns and the Pacers, and we got an old school rivalry tonight, the Celtics and the Sixers.
Oh, that should be interesting.
Warriors and Bulls, Hawks and Heat, the Land, otherwise known as Cleveland, and the Spurs. Now, that was the NBA Finals. The Mavs and the Red Hot Grizzlies.
Mm-hmm. And it's on ESPN tonight.
And H-Town and Sacktown. H-Town, otherwise known as Houston. Sacktown, otherwise known as Sacramento Kings. They're going to get down tonight. In closing with this podcast, man, look, we understand that there's still a pandemic going on. We just talked about everything. But you guys got to understand, man. We're not gonna tell you here on this podcast to go get vaccinated. We're not gonna tell you to do that. But what we will tell you is that when you go out, man, mask up. Don't sit up and just be talking all willy-nilly. Just, if you go out, you take your lady out, go to the table, wear your mask. You got to eat. So, and for a minute there, Daryl, I don't know if you right when I think somewhere around about this time last year, they were telling people, man, look, even when you go to the restaurants, man, you got to keep your mask on, even when you sitting down, and when you take a bite, you could do this, but as you are chewing, you got to put your mask back on. And people wasn't too really they weren't really too keen about that. But you just have to protect yourself. I would tell people all the time, and mask up, man, do your vitamins if you have any. And man, if you got to go out, still practice the same thing, go out early in the morning, do what you got to do, and get home before the crowd. D, you want to add anything else to that, or did I cover everything?
I mean, the only thing I can say about that, man, is this whole thing got out of hand because it wasn't dealt with right in the first place. It got politicized, and some people ain't trying to listen to what the science got to say, but these same people don't believe climate change is real either, so you probably can't help them folks too much. But the thing is this, though. If if you're not gonna get vaccinated and you're not gonna do the precautions and everything, do me a favor and if you ain't gonna do everything you can to protect yourself and protect your family, just don't go to the hospital. Say that for the people that want to live and want to do right. Because if you so determined to do things your way and not listen to the doctors as they try to protect you beforehand, why you gonna listen to them when you dying? Just go ahead on, stay at home, take that L, and live in your freedom and leave the rest of us alone. Now, I work in healthcare, but my thing is I'm tired of seeing people in healthcare doing all they can to save somebody who didn't do all they could to save themselves.
Yeah.
Now you want a
Yeah.
miracle to happen when all you had to do was take a shot.
Yeah.
You
It's
could have just wore a mask, or you could have just stayed away from people and just stayed indoors at home, isolated to yourself as much as possible. But you chose your freedom. And so if you want your freedom, then don't put your freedom anywhere to interfere with anybody else's.
well, D, when we actually got 3 minutes left, we're gonna talk about that because I got something to tell you, man, that's gonna completely blow your mind. But we're gonna hold on to that, man. Look, we want to most definitely thank all of you who have taken time out of your busy schedule to listen to this podcast and to watch this podcast and what we call the flavor in your ear. Man, I want to thank D for hopping on with me, making it a cruise of a ride. Thank you, brother. I thank you for coming on.
No problem, man. I appreciate you
Um,
letting me be on here.
man, we gonna most definitely do this again next week. Oh, or better yet, I might. It's a might. I might come on Monday. Might come on Monday for Martin Luther King holiday. You know, but look, I'm not finna sign off of here, but I am gonna sign off of Facebook. I'm going to end Facebook. Facebook, we're done. See you later. And for you that are listening, peace out. All right. And what I'm gonna do is that I'm finna end, but don't leave.